Now, turning a piece of land into a home is no small feat. It's a careful mix of vision, expertise, and navigating Kenya's legal and financial landscape. From architects drafting blueprints to developers balancing budgets, every stage plays a crucial role in bringing a project to life. Now, Michelle, you did get some context for us, and maybe you could unpack it for us.
Absolutely, Dan. So tonight we're breaking down the construction process step by step, showing you what it really takes to turn that construction idea into a reality. Take a look. Ever wondered what it takes to transform an empty plot into a towering building or a cozy home? Tonight on Unpack, to delve into Kenya's construction journey, we'll explore the capital and legal requirements, the professionals involved, the risks, and crucially, the timeline for a return on your investment. Before a single brick is laid, the journey begins with a vision and careful planning. This initial phase brings together key professionals who turn ideas into actionable blueprints. Architects design structures that balance functionality with aesthetics, while structural engineers ensure these designs can withstand various stresses, crucial given Kenya's diverse terrains. Quantity surveyors manage costs to keep the project within budget, and land surveyors map out plots, defining precise boundaries. In certain regions, especially areas like Nairobi's outskirts, geotechnical engineers assess soil conditions to address potential stability concerns. However, assembling the right team is just the beginning. Navigating Kenya's legal landscape is essential before construction can commence. A land search at the Ministry of Lands verifies ownership and checks for any disputes. Securing a valid title deed is paramount, and for subdivisions, county government approval is mandatory. Building plans must be submitted to the local county planning department for endorsement. For larger projects, an environmental impact assessment through the National Environment Management Authority, or NEMA, is required to evaluate potential environmental impacts. Additionally, registration with the National Construction Authority is necessary, ensuring compliance with safety and quality standards.
Length of time taken depends on the completeness of the documents and the requirements that you submit. Every institution or every player along the value chain has what they call the service charter. For instance, at the county, they have their own service charter, which indicates that by the time you submit your designs or plans for approval, this is how long we need to take. You need to include that in your plan for the project. So if, in a nutshell, everything is in place, then you should look at between 30 to 60 days.
With paperwork in order, attention now shifts to financing, arguably the backbone of any project. Construction isn't cheap. Developers often rely on bank loans, SACCO loans, or investor partnerships. In Kenya, bank interest rates range from 13 to 18%, so finding a good deal is key. Off-plan sales are becoming popular too, where buyers pay in installments as construction progresses. And budgeting goes beyond materials like cement and steel. You also need to factor in labor costs. For example, skilled masons, electricians, and plumbers can command higher wages in cities like Nairobi and Mombasa. To avoid being caught off guard, setting aside an extra 5% to 10% as a contingency fund is a smart move. Once financing is secured, permits are in hand, and the physical construction then begins, a phase filled with potential challenges. Delays can arise from unpredictable weather patterns, notably during Kenya's long rainy seasons, supply chain disruptions, or even labor disputes. Fluctuations in material costs can inflate budgets, and on-site accidents can halt progress. Consequently, many developers opt for comprehensive construction all-risk insurance policies to cover damages, theft, and liabilities. Compliance with the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA, is mandatory, with NCA conducting regular inspections to ensure adherence to safety standards.
Professionals must be advised by the professionals which materials you want to use for the house you want to construct. Why would you want to for instance, place a door or a window in a place that is not going to function properly?
When the dust settles and construction wraps up, it's time for the final steps: inspection and monetization. Now, the NCA conducts final inspections before issuing a completion certificate, and county governments might do extra checks for fire and safety compliance. For rental properties, investors can expect returns within 5 to 10 years, depending on location and demand.
The National Construction Authority has a mandate to register all construction projects in Kenya before commencement of the construction works, for it to be compliant. Of course, many times, or sometimes, we also go to a site and find that site is non-compliant, and at that stage, we have to suspend or issue suspension notice and put our famous red X.
The bottom line, construction in Kenya is a marathon, not a sprint. But with careful planning, the right team, and a solid strategy, your project can transform an idea on paper to a thriving asset. And now you have the blueprint.